Hello and welcome again. Yeah, thanks for joining us today. We will show you the latest news about our alpha of Stylo today. And I think, Oliver, you can start to show it.
Yeah, hello, my name is Oliver. I'm the product manager from Stylo, and today I show you some changes in Stylo from the last month, and I will give an outlook to the changes with the new interface, what is coming in summer, hopefully. We start with the mouse. So better with the mouse handling, and we extended the functionality with the mouse in the last year, that you can select text now with the mouse and the shift key. I will show you that in a sample. So it's the selection, it's easier now. So you have first to click in your text, and you set the insertion point at the end with the shift key, and then you have a very fast selection of the text. That's now in Stylo like in other standard programs, so it was missing until now in Stylo. So now we have it. The second thing is, may you remember that we have some security issues last year, one also in Stylo. It was not log4shell, that was not a impact in Stylo. But the problem, what we saw, was that we don't know what version it's on the systems by our customers. So now we implemented a functionality that with every start of the Tomcat from Stylo, we send a message to a central server in the alpha infrastructure, and we can see then some information from your system, that it's a sample file. So we see on what server it's a Stylo running, with what version, and what it's a customer, which customer it's using this Stylo. So in fact, the support, it's has a chance to see very fast which customers are affected from a specific security issue, or also with issues in Stylo self. So we don't store any information that are personal from your customers, and we are also not logged information like what you produced with Stylo. The logging, it's only on this time when we start the Tomcat server. That's only for support help, and when the support, it's fast, so you're also very fast with new Stylo versions. Okay, so the next, it's what it's coming in Stylo. We work on the Stylo redesign. We're still busy with that, and I can show you today some changes in the interface, and also some new features in Stylo that are coming with the new interface. So first, a general look on the framework, how the dialogues now, oh, I missed some word. How the Stylo dialogues generally work. So it's now we have in all dialogues and preview, and also an undo button, and we have two types from dialogues. One type it's combined with the close and assign button, and the other one it's a combination from close and apply. How it works, I show it on the new paragraph dialog. So it's here in the details. So I will change something in this dialog. First I activate the preview. We see all things, font tracking, and then we change the font color. And then we apply that, and I can assign that. Or what is also possible is I can make my values to undo and go back to my initial values. The assignment can be following with the assign button, sorry. Or the second option what you have is you click in a different paragraph and then we assign your entries automatically. You see the information on the right button corner, changes applied. That we do for paragraph entries, and we do that also for object properties. So then we click to close, and I will go to the properties from this object. So a little bit rotation, no preview, so now I want to preview. And another change in I show that a little bit later. So we'll say here 2 millimeters. And when I click outside, you see it's also assigned to this object. Otherwise I have to use the close button, then we lost the information from the object properties. I think it's a big step for, with the preview button. It's very helpful. It's a standard not active, so you have to activate that if you want it, because it could be on older machines, makes the system a little bit slower. So with a current machine, it's not a problem. We take a look in the properties dialog, and we revisit all entries in this dialog, because we planned to make it more configurable, that you can say in the configurator, I want for a specific user group only specific tabs available, and for other user groups it's forbidden to use these tab groups. So I show you first a new feature to change the size with the square. So the preview is still active. I change it to 40. So, and you see the symbol in the center, and that means that we change the values always proportional. So that's a text frame. So you see here as example in text frame that we sorted all new, and we show only active values. So if you don't have any values for this object, so we don't show you the fields. So new in the object property is also this right panel that was in the older versions separately. and we have also new icons. The last thing at what up here, it's always the toolbox from Stylo. So, and in the past it was very complicated to see what status the build handling has. Now it's very easy to see, okay, that it's my clipping path, or that it's the image self, or it's my image group, like that. So we was in the formatting dialog. So we have two new functions in this paragraph format. The first one is the enumeration that was before only available on the text self. Now you can make it in the paragraph format and also store in the paragraph catalog. You find it here in enumeration. So the preview, now I will change some things, switch other sign. You can change the color, and you can decide if you want to have a hanging indent or not. The second thing is in the generate tab. So you know that to define maybe that you want in the paragraph the first 3 or 4 words in bold, and what it's now coming, it's a possibility to change also the font size. That's here. So I can change the font size maybe to 11, and then you can combine the font style with the font size and the font color. But that's what we have in the paragraph format. The paragraph format has the same structure like before. There is without the enumeration, that's a new feature. It's the same like before. Color. We saw the color dialog. Now I will talk to you a little bit more. First, I changed my text box, so it's only for the effect. That's my new color box. You have the chance to say here I want to filter to a specific color, like show me all HKS colors or a specific color like black or this one. You have more own colors, user colors to use, and the management of these colors now a little bit better, because you can change and specific color, and you're also able to remove colors from this list. The colors like before, user colors, not document colors. Also in the color dialog we have now the alpha channel, the transparency, and it's that's a new thing. You can use it for fonts, and also for the border of an ad. That was in the older version also not possible. So the next is corners and borders. When you remember, at the moment we have the situation that you have to click for every for every style component extra. So you have to say, okay, I want click for the size of my borders. I have to click for my font, for my border color, for the border style, and also for the corners. It's very much clicks for not so much. And we combine now and bring the functionality together in a new dialog, and the dialog is named Corners and Borders. You have also here the possibility to have a preview, so we see all what we do. And now we change the corner radius. You have here the chance to change the corner type. In the center of the dialog, you can set for which corner or which border your setting should work. So now I have to choose the left top corner and the right bottom corner. And the last what I do is I change the frame style to double line or thick, thin style. Not completely developed is this one. We have in this dialog also the decor elements for the border and the corners. So you have all functionality in one dialog, and that plus preview. I think that it's a good thing. So a very new thing in Stylo are the palettes. My favorite thing on the new version. We have it for different functionality. The first what I show you is for the character format. As standard we have this toolbox, floating toolbox. It will hide when you open the character palette. It's the same functionality, a little bit more like in the floating toolbox, but less as in the paragraph format dialog. You can change the most important things, and it's also possible to filter for specific values, like in the color and here in the font family. We have the paragraph palette 2 with the indents and the spaces above and below of a paragraph. Here I set the indent. On the next, what we do is I open my object palette with the coordinates of an object. You see on top what kind of object I have select, and we have also the possibility now, and that it's also for the properties dialog, to change many objects on the same side. So especially here I change the X position, so that's working for all values in your palette. So that's the icons to change the color, the border and the fill color. So I use it here with the transparency again. So the palettes are my favorite, and the favorites of the favorites are now coming. I show it here with the text. We have some characters with accents. You can bring that in the current version with the, here it's a German headline symbol and Sonderzeichen. That means special characters. You can now in this dialog also make a filtering. but you don't have all characters in this list. That's the most important things here, but not all character what you have in a font, what it's coming with all Unicode characters or a bigger subset of Unicode characters. For that we have now the glyphs. Can call it here. And in glyphs we show you for all for every font all characters what you have in this font. So you can also here filter for a specific character, like letter for a character, and then the specific character, and you see all variations of these characters. In this case, Y umlaut. Yes, that is all what I want to show you today from Stylo. We hope that we have this version in summer with this new functionality. We are on a good way. So, and yes, I hope you enjoyed what I show you, and if you have any question, you have now the chance.